Guy, so the Indiana Fever dropped this video out. Secure your tickets today. Can't wait to see you at the season opener. I was like, season opener? Is that game?
Fever fans, welcome back to Gamebridge. We're super excited to have you guys here. We're going to be working hard. We're going to have a lot of fun. So continue to show up and show out.
We're going to be healthy this season, so we're going to have a complete complement of a roster. We're going to be a fun team to
5 days remain until the Indiana Fever's season opener, and thousands of tickets remain unsold. Each and every area of the arena has seats available. There are 67 tickets remaining in some sections. Some have 52. Recently, the Fever issued a promotional. Caitlin Clark doesn't even show up until 39 seconds into the video pleading with viewers to purchase tickets. This franchise is the same one that 2 years ago, every game was promptly sold out. What took place?
She's not in this video as one of the personalities?
CC, did I bring out with the new additions to that are connected.
complement of a roster. We're going to be a fun team.
Welcome back to Gamebridge.
Shut up. So, anyway, they released this video. This came out this morning. There hadn't been a ton of feedback yet, a ton of response, but it did get me curious, right? And so I click on the link. I'm like, they're peddling this for the season opener 5 days away? This game's not sold out?
The WNBA is still important when your team boasts Caitlin Clark, the greatest attraction in women's basketball history. And thousands of tickets are still available in every area 5 days prior to the game, making it impossible to sell out your season opener of the arena. Does that demonstrate how your coaching staff and front management have totally ruined the fan excitement and kindness that Caitlin brought to Indianapolis? I'll begin by sketching the current situation. The Indiana Fever season opener is 5.5 days away. Caitlin Clark is making her court comeback after missing the majority of last season due to injury. One of the most important nights in the history of the Fever franchise should be this one. Fans ought to set up camp for tickets. Months ago, the arena ought to have been sold out. Tickets should be sold by scalpers for 3 times their face value. When you have a generational superstar, that's what occurs.
At home, Caitlin Clark returns. Don't think we didn't notice this too.
Rather, the Fever are pleading with fans to get tickets by aggressively promoting advertising videos. Additionally, when you visit the reel, the availability of tickets is startling. Completely startling. Tickets are still available in every area of the arena. Not a few tickets here and there. Sections with 46 tickets remaining. Sections with 47 tickets remaining. Sectors with 52 tickets. There are still 67 seats remaining in one section. Another has 48 tickets. There are thousands of unsold seats. 5 days prior to tip-off.
Get this. Look at this. There is one section outside of, I don't know what these are right here, but every section of this arena still has tickets left for the opener. And in some case, I mean, look at that, 46 tickets, 47 tickets, 52 tickets, 67 tickets, 48 tickets. There's basically tickets all over the place. That's what you would like to refer to as thousands of tickets are still left with 5 days left? Are you kidding me?
I want to be extremely clear about something. I was filming movies mocking other WNBA teams 2 years ago, in 2024, because their games were not able to be sold out. They were unable to sell out at all, in contrast to the Fever. Amazing. Every game was jam-packed, and Caitlin Clark had the Fever. You were unable to obtain a ticket. The arena was in full swing. The energy was crazy. That persisted until Caitlin was injured in 2025. Sellouts happen instantly. Electric environment. Having a superstar benefits your franchise in this way. Now fast forward to the present. Different outcomes for the same franchise and superstar. How is that even possible? How can you move past quick sellouts? To pleading for tickets 5 days prior to the start of the season, the solution is straightforward: the coaching staff and front desk. The enthusiasm and goodwill that Caitlin Clark brought to this has been totally destroyed by the personnel. Franchise. Now let's discuss the promotional video. The Fever, which was recently released, tells you everything you should be aware of this organization's perspective on Caitlin Clark. Get your tickets now is the title of the video. I'm excited to see you at the first game of the season. When you click on it, you anticipate seeing Caitlin in the forefront. People purchase tickets because of her. She is the franchise's face. The star is her. The video begins. Players are discussing their excitement for the upcoming season, their desire to play quickly, their health. Discussing recent roster acquisitions. Additionally, Caitlin Clark doesn't show up in the video until 39 seconds in. 39 seconds and an advertisement intended to sell tickets for a team that only exists because Caitlin. They have Clark as a player, but she doesn't appear until 39 seconds in. Consider how outdated that is. It's similar to the Lakers making a Kobe-era commercial video that doesn't feature Kobe until 39 seconds in. Or the Bulls using Jordan as a promotional video in which MJ doesn't show up till the middle. It's crazy. Organizational malpractice is what it is. It reveals a basic misconception about who your fans are paying to see and what buys tickets. It goes beyond the video too. Additionally, the Fever unveiled advertising images for the first game of the season. Who is depicted in the images? Not Caitlin Clark, but Sophie Cunningham and Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey and Sophie, both competent players and reliable contributors. However, 15,000 people attend the Fever's performance for neither of these reasons. The reason is Caitlin. And the promotional materials don't feature her at all. There is a trend here. All season long, this has been taking place. Over the past few months, the quality of the Fever's social media has drastically declined. The previously featured content. Now that Caitlin is prominently featured, the company almost appears ashamed to highlight their biggest star. And fans have taken note. Ticket sales are currently declining along with involvement and excitement.
Channel. We are 3 days away from the regular season. Season tickets for the Indiana Felines still available. Last year, their season tickets were sold out by March. To make matters worse, their game this weekend against the Dallas Wankers, which is supposedly the biggest game of the weekend in pretend basketball, damn near the entire arena is available for their game against the Wankers. Check it out for yourself.
Do you want to discover why there are still thousands of tickets available? Because supporters no longer have faith in this group. They observed the events of the previous season. After witnessing Caitlin's injury, they observed the front desk totally mishandle the conversation regarding her injury. For months, it was day-to-day. She will return in August. August arrived and departed. Then it was, possibly prior to the playoffs. The playoffs came and went, no openness, no truthful updates. Merely ambiguous claims and shifting deadlines. Then there were whispers that Caitlin was ready and in good health to play, but in order to keep her for this season, the front staff held her out, if that's accurate, and they kept it a secret. That is a serious betrayal of fan confidence. Fans have a right to know what's going on with the best player on their team. They are entitled to open dialogue. They failed to understand it.
I took this screenshot around 10 o'clock this morning. Now, when I was looking at this last night, they were trying to convince me that thousands of people were buying tickets. There's over 3,000 people looking at tickets right now. You better hurry. Tickets for this game are hot, hot, hot. I guess 3,000 people decided to play golf on Saturday afternoon or play with themselves because outside of section 202, there are tickets available in every section of the arena.
Include Stephanie White's predicament. Stephanie White has been observed by Fever supporters during the preseason, discussing removing Caitlin's ball, encouraging her to play off-ball more, and having Aaliyah Boston be the hub regarding setting displays for Caitlin. Tickets for Caitlin Clark's set screens were not purchased by fans. They purchased tickets to see her destroy defenses and dominate with the ball in her hands. To see her shoot deep threes and make unbelievable passes. She is unique because of this. However, Stephanie White seemed resolute to downplay it, to make Caitlyn a role player rather than the system. Fans also witness it. Stephanie's words are heard by them. The preseason games are watched by them. They witness Caitlyn engaging in off-ball play, and they wonder, why would I pay to watch this? I didn't sign up for this. There were obvious empty seats during the most recent preseason game against the Liberty. Seats. There are many of them, not just a handful. From the beginning of the game, you could see them on camera. Right-hand seats are empty. There are vacant seats on the left and in the center. Caitlyn Clark is playing in this fever at home. Due to fans using their money to cast ballots, there should not have been any empty seats, but there were. Some individuals attempted to offer justifications. The starters emerged ahead of schedule. There were vacant seats because of this. From tip-off, those seats were vacant. When the game began, you could see them clearly. People weren't departing early. This was a lack of attendance. First place, or not purchasing any tickets at all. And now that the season opening is 5 days away, the same thing is taking place. Thousands of tickets remain unsold. There is availability in every area of the arena. Caitlyn Clark is back. After spending the majority of the previous season away in WNBA history, this should be the simplest ticket to sell. Additionally, the Fever is unable to do so. Compare this to the sales of tickets in 2024 and the first part of 2025. Instantly, games sold out. You have to sign up for Ticketmaster. Either you weren't getting in or the second tickets went on sale. Scalpers were profitable. The secondary market was insane. Having Caitlyn Clark should help your franchise achieve that. That is the starting point. However, the Fever has been able to take out that golden goose. They have diminished the attraction of the most marketable athlete in women's basketball history. To admirers, how in the world do you do that? Making something this good go wrong requires a lot of work. However, the Fever managed to get through. The choices made by the front office have been awful. The choices made by the coaches have been worse. There hasn't been any communication. The marketing approach is flawed. Every facet of this organization's operations has been worse after the front office began acting and Stephanie White took charge. Fans have also taken note. They are not foolish. They observe what is going on. They perceive Caitlyn as being diminished. They observe how the company handles. Rather than treating her like the generational talent she is, treat her like any other player. They observe the disrespect. In response, they are refusing to purchase tickets. Consider how disastrous this is from a business standpoint. There has never been an attraction like Caitlyn Clark in the WNBA. Never. She has increased the league's visibility and earnings more than any player in the past. Additionally, the Fever, who have her on their roster, are unable to sell out their first game of the season. That shouldn't be feasible. However, here we are. The Fever social media staff is also to fault. The caliber of the content has plummeted. It used to be captivating, centered on Caitlyn, and included moments that thrilled viewers. Is now generic, dull, and frequently doesn't even include the top player on the team. Fans have observed the huge decline. When you combine poor communication, dubious coaching, poor front office choices, and outdated marketing tactics, and deteriorating social media quality, you get precisely what we're currently witnessing: thousands of tickets that were not sold. Vacant seats.